Welcome to our tribute, a heartfelt space to honor those we've recently lost and others who have left a lasting impact on our lives. Today, we reflect on their incredible journeys, celebrate their legacies, and cherish their memories. We'll also discuss the recent challenges faced by WWE star John Cena, which have deeply moved fans worldwide. Join us in remembering their stories and ensuring their legacies live on. Subscribe to be part of our supportive community and help keep their inspiring spirit alive. Starman, born on November 16, 1974, was a beloved professional wrestler whose electrifying presence and dynamic in-ring style left a profound and lasting mark on the wrestling world. With his vibrant persona and high-energy performances, he captured the hearts of fans across generations. Tragically, his life was cut short at the age of 47 due to complications from a heart condition that had gone undiagnosed for years, a shocking loss that reverberated throughout the wrestling community. Throughout his storied career, Starman dazzled audiences in multiple wrestling promotions, known for his exceptional athleticism and dazzling aerial maneuvers. His ring entrances were nothing short of spectacular. Decked out in bold, star-studded gear bursting with color, he seemed to leap straight from the pages of a comic book. Children, in particular, were drawn to his superhero-like image and energetic spirit. Whether launching off the top rope with a precision moonsault or delivering his crowd-favorite Star Splash, he was a true showman whose performances were etched into the memories of those lucky enough to watch him live. But Starman's impact wasn't limited to the squared circle. Offstage, he was deeply involved in charity work, often volunteering his time at children's hospitals and local events. He was known to mentor young wrestlers, sharing wisdom and encouragement with anyone who aspired to follow in his footsteps. His infectious optimism, warm smile, and tireless work ethic earned him admiration far beyond his wrestling abilities. News of his passing led to an outpouring of heartfelt tributes from fans, peers, and industry legends alike. Memorial shows and video packages celebrated the life of a man whose passion burned as brightly as his ring gear. Though gone too soon, Starman's legacy of joy, dedication, and inspiration will continue to shine. Megan Elizabeth, a rising star in the bodybuilding world, tragically leaving behind a legacy of strength, inspiration, and unwavering dedication to fitness. Her sudden has sent shockwaves through the bodybuilding and fitness communities, where she was admired not only for her physical achievements, but also for her encouraging spirit and positive influence. Megan was known for her relentless work ethic and her passion for bodybuilding. She consistently pushed herself to reach new heights in her training, serving as a role model for many aspiring athletes. Her journey in fitness was not just about personal goals, but about motivating others to embrace a healthier, more determined lifestyle. Whether on stage during competitions or online through her social media presence, Megan inspired countless individuals with her story of perseverance. Throughout her career, she used platforms like Instagram to share her routines, progress, and personal reflections. Her authenticity and motivational messages resonated with a wide audience, many of whom credit her with helping them find the strength to begin or continue their fitness journeys. She was especially praised for promoting mental health awareness within the fitness world, reminding followers that physical strength is only one part of overall well-being. Megan Elizabeth, due to complications related to a pulmonary embolism, a sudden blockage in a lung artery often caused by blood clots traveling from the legs or other parts of the body. Pulmonary embolisms can develop unexpectedly, and in some cases, may be related to intense physical stress or underlying health conditions. Her serves as a heartbreaking reminder of life's fragility and the importance of monitoring both physical and internal health. Megan's memory will live on through the lives she inspired, her contributions to the sport of bodybuilding, and the motivation she provided to so many around the world. Mr. Niebla, born José Manuel Guillén on February 22, 1973, was a beloved and iconic figure in Mexican professional wrestling, widely revered for his flamboyant charisma and unmatched showmanship in the world of lucha libre. Emerging from Mexico City a place deeply rooted in wrestling tradition, Mr. Niebla became a symbol of both the cultural richness and theatrical brilliance that defines the sport. His name, which translates to Mr. Fog, reflected the enigmatic and elusive aura he carried in the ring. With a dynamic blend of high-flying acrobatics, technical skill, and comedic timing, he captivated audiences across generations, building a fan base that extended far beyond the borders of Mexico. Mr. Niebla began his wrestling journey in the early 1990s and quickly rose through the ranks due to his natural talent and engaging presence. His brightly colored attire and signature mask were essential elements of his persona, embodying the spirit of lucha libre, where mystery, identity, and tradition collide. Known for injecting humor into his matches, he could provoke laughter as easily as he could command awe with his daring aerial assaults. His long-running association with Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, CMLL, one of the most storied promotions in the sport, cemented his place as a cornerstone of Mexican wrestling. Whether as a solo performer or in tag team battles, Mr. Niebla's magnetic presence made him unforgettable. Tragically, Mr. Niebla, his cause was complications related to a serious blood infection, reportedly stemming from ongoing health struggles, including alcoholism, a battle he had candidly acknowledged in the past. His premature passing sent shockwaves through the wrestling world. Today, Mr. Niebla is remembered not only as an entertainer, but as a passionate artist whose legacy continues to inspire future generations of luchadors. Carrie Von Eric, born on February 3, 1960, often mistakenly cited as 1958, was a celebrated American professional wrestler and a member of the iconic Von Eric wrestling family, known for their profound impact on the sport. Renowned for his combination of charisma, striking physique, and technical prowess, Carrie became a standout star during the 1980s, an era where professional wrestling was rapidly gaining mainstream attention. Carrie began his wrestling career in his home state of Texas, where he emerged as a central figure in World-Class Championship Wrestling, WCCW, a promotion founded by his father, Fritz Von Eric. His popularity soared due to his natural athleticism, good looks, and emotional storylines that resonated deeply with fans. He was affectionately dubbed the modern-day warrior, and later wrestled under that moniker to great fanfare. One of the defining moments of his career came on May 6, 1984, when Carrie defeated Ric Flair at Texas Stadium to win the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. This landmark victory was not only a personal triumph, but also a symbolic moment for the Von Eric family and their loyal Texas fan base, especially as the match was held in honor of his late brother, David Von Eric. Despite his professional success, Carrie's personal life was plagued by hardship. He endured the loss of several of his brothers, as well as a tragic motorcycle accident in 1986 that resulted in the amputation of his right foot, an injury he famously kept secret from fans while continuing to wrestle. Carrie Von Eric died by suicide on February 18, 1993, at the age of 33. He suffered from depression, chronic pain, and legal issues related to substance abuse. His added to the tragic legacy of the Von Eric family, but his influence in wrestling remains enduring and deeply respected. Don Bass, born on March 14, 1946, was a towering figure in the golden age of professional wrestling, remembered not only for his physical dominance, but also for his unwavering dedication to the sport. Hailing from the United States, Bass entered the wrestling scene in the mid-1960s, during a time when regional promotions thrived and larger-than-life personas captured the imagination of fans across the country. Standing at an intimidating 6 feet 4 inches and weighing approximately 270 pounds, Bass was a commanding presence in the ring, known for his rugged looks, thick build, and an aura that demanded attention. He rose to prominence throughout the 1970s and 1980s, showcasing his strength-based, gritty style in some of the era's top wrestling territories. Bass competed in numerous prestigious promotions, including the National Wrestling Alliance, NWA, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, WWWF, which would later become WWE. His style was a fusion of brute force and calculated technique, often overwhelming opponents with raw power before locking them into precise holds that displayed his ring intelligence. Don Bass earned regional championships and engaged in storied feuds that kept fans glued to their seats. He also formed dynamic tag team partnerships, including memorable runs with his storyline brother, Ron Bass, bringing both drama and intensity to the squared circle. His charisma and heel antics made him a magnet for fan reactions, whether cheers or jeers, and he remained active in the ring into the early 1990s, despite wrestling's physical toll. Sadly, Don Bass, due to complications from diabetes, a condition he battled for several years. Though gone, his legacy endures in the hearts of fans and historians who remember him as a tough-as-nails competitor who helped shape an unforgettable era in professional wrestling. Daphne, born Shannon Claire Spruill on July 17, 1975, was a trailblazing professional wrestler and actress, remembered for her gothic persona, magnetic presence, and fearless performances inside the squared circle. Known to fans as the Scream Queen, Daphne carved out a unique space in the wrestling world at a time when few female performers dared to embrace such unconventional characters. Her life came to a tragic end on September 1, 2021, at the age of 46. Her, which was ruled a suicide by a self-inflicted gunshot wound, sent shockwaves through the wrestling community and sparked widespread discussions about mental health awareness in the industry. Daphne rose to fame during her tenure in World Championship Wrestling, WCW, in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Her character, with wild black hair, dark eye makeup, and a manic laugh that echoed through arenas, broke the mold of traditional female wrestling personas. Blending gothic and punk influences, she played a key role in WCW storylines, notably aligning with David Flair and Crowbar. Her unorthodox style and fearless bump-taking, including becoming one of the first women to regularly compete in hardcore matches, earned her widespread respect and admiration. Following WCW's closure, Daphne continued her wrestling journey with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA, where she captivated fans once again with high-energy, risk-taking performances. Her willingness to push physical and emotional boundaries helped redefine what women could do in the ring. Outside the ropes, Daphne pursued acting and remained a beloved figure at fan conventions. Her final Instagram Live, where she appeared distressed and spoke about chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE, symptoms, underscored the hidden toll wrestling can take. Her passing became a rallying cry for improved mental health support for wrestlers. Daphne's legacy endures through her influence, bravery, and unforgettable persona. Mean Gene Okerlund, born on December 19, 1942, in Sisseton, South Dakota, was a legendary broadcaster and interviewer whose voice became synonymous with professional wrestling's golden age. Best known for his charismatic presence, sharp wit, and polished delivery, Okerlund played a vital role in shaping the entertainment aspect of wrestling, particularly during his years with WWE, then WWF, and WCW. Okerlund's journey into broadcasting began in radio, where his natural charisma and communication skills quickly stood out. In the early 1970s, he joined the American Wrestling Association, AWA, where his on-air talents and ability to connect with both wrestlers and fans made him a standout personality. By 1984, WWE recognized his potential and brought him into the national spotlight. Okerlund soon became the go-to interviewer for wrestling's biggest stars, conducting legendary backstage and ringside interviews with icons like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Randy Savage, Ric Flair, and The Ultimate Warrior. With his iconic delivery and signature phrases, including the memorable, "Let me tell you something, brother," Okerlund brought authenticity and entertainment to his interviews. His unmatched professionalism lent credibility to the often chaotic wrestling world, and his interactions frequently became as legendary as the matches themselves. Wrestlers trusted him to set the tone for their characters, and fans cherished him as the reliable voice guiding them through wrestling's most dramatic storylines. Okerlund's influence endured long after his peak years, making occasional appearances in WWE events well into the 2000s. Sadly, the cause of was complications from a fall that led to kidney failure. He had previously undergone multiple kidney transplants. Despite his passing, Mean Gene remains one of the most beloved and respected personalities in wrestling history. Remembered for his professionalism, warmth, and unforgettable voice, John Felix Anthony Cena Jr. isn't just a 16-time world champion. He's the embodiment of persistence, grit, and unwavering discipline. For over 2 decades, John Cena has entertained millions as one of WWE's most recognizable and respected icons. With his never give up mantra echoing through arenas across the globe, Cena has become more than just a wrestler. He's a cultural phenomenon. But behind the muscle-bound charisma and ceaseless determination lies a man who's quietly carried the burden of a chronic spinal condition, lordosis, and endured a string of career-threatening injuries. Cena's journey from rising star to ring legend has been anything but smooth. Yet, time after time, he's bounced back, defying both medical odds and public expectations. Living with lordosis, the hidden battle. One of the lesser-known chapters in Cena's health journey is his long-standing struggle with lordosis, a condition that causes an excessive inward curve of the lumbar spine. While it doesn't always make headlines, this spinal condition has quietly challenged Cena from the beginning of his career. For someone in a profession that demands superhuman strength, flexibility, and high-impact movement, lordosis is no small obstacle. Lordosis may not be an injury in the traditional sense, but it can result in chronic lower back pain, muscular imbalances, and long-term wear on the spine. Over time, it increases the risk of herniated discs, pinched nerves, and muscle strains. It forces the body to compensate in unnatural ways, increasing the toll taken during physically demanding activities, like lifting a 300-pound opponent overhead in front of a roaring crowd. Despite these risks, Cena has never allowed his condition to become a crutch or excuse. He has worked extensively with top medical professionals, strength coaches, and physiotherapists to maintain proper posture, flexibility, and muscle support. Through years of targeted training and rehabilitation, he has adapted his workout routines and in-ring performance to minimize strain on his back, without compromising his explosive power. In many ways, Cena's success because of lordosis, not in spite of it, is what makes his story remarkable. It's one thing to succeed with a perfectly healthy body. It's another to dominate your field while managing a chronic spinal condition. Pain, recovery, and comebacks. Cena's injury, timeline lordosis, isn't the only challenge Cena has faced. Throughout his WWE career, he's suffered multiple injuries that would sideline even the toughest athletes. From torn muscles to fractured bones and swollen joints, Cena has battled back from each setback, often faster than doctors thought possible. Let's walk through some of the most significant injuries that have defined, but never stopped, his WWE journey. 1. Torn pectoral muscle, 2007. In October 2007, Cena's career hit a painful snag during a match against Mr. Kennedy on Monday Night Raw. In a moment that stunned fans and medical experts alike, Cena tore his pectoral muscle clean off the bone, a full rupture. The injury occurred during a simple hip toss, but the damage was immediate and severe. Even in intense pain, Cena finished the match and participated in a post-show brawl with Randy Orton. That kind of mental fortitude shocked fans, but it was only the beginning. After undergoing surgery to reattach the muscle, doctors projected a 7 to 12-month recovery window. But Cena, being Cena, had other plans. Just 4 months later, In one of the most jaw-dropping comebacks in WWE history, he returned as a surprise entrant in the 2008 Royal Rumble and won. The crowd erupted. The myth of Cena's superhuman recovery began that night in Madison Square Garden. Shot 2. Herniated disc in the neck, 2008. In 2008, during a brutal match at SummerSlam against Batista, Cena suffered a herniated disc in his neck, a serious condition with potentially life-altering consequences. The injury left him with numbness in his arms and a growing concern about spinal cord pressure. Cena underwent anterior cervical discectomy surgery, performed by renowned neurosurgeon Dr. Joseph Maroon. Most athletes take 6 months or longer to return from such surgery, especially when involving the spinal cord. But Cena didn't take 6 months. He returned in just 3, entering Survivor Series and immediately reclaiming the spotlight. Once again, his discipline, rehab focus, and sheer willpower fueled a recovery timeline few believed possible. 3. Elbow injury and fluid buildup. 2013, wrestling takes a toll on the joints, and Cena's elbow injury in 2013 proved that. Over time, his elbow developed massive swelling due to a buildup of fluid, which impacted his movement and ability to perform power-based maneuvers. Despite visible discomfort, Cena soldiered on. Only when the swelling became extreme, earning him the nickname baseball elbow among fans, did he opt for surgery. Doctors removed floating bone fragments and drained fluid, recommending rest. Naturally, Cena returned to action ahead of schedule, closing out the year as WWE Champion. Quarto. Torn rotator. Cuff. 2016 lesões do ombro são o pesadelo de todos os lutadores, especialmente o rotador do ombro. In early 2016, Cena faced this nightmare head-on when he tore his rotator cuff during training. The injury threatened his range of motion, shoulder stability, and in-ring career. Surgery followed in January, and the WWE Universe braced for a long Cena absence, 6 to 9 months minimum. But, in keeping with his reputation, Cena returned after just 4.5 months, appearing on SmackDown Live and reclaiming his spot at the top. Myths, rumors, and speculation. What's real and what's not? When you're as iconic as John Cena, you attract myths. Over the years, fans and critics alike have speculated about Cena's injuries, his recovery timelines, and even the legitimacy of his physical condition. Let's set the record straight on a few common misconceptions. Rumor 1. Cena doesn't actually get injured. This myth stems from how quickly Cena returns after injuries. Fans have questioned whether his ailments were ever real, suggesting they were exaggerated for storyline drama. While WWE does occasionally integrate real injuries into kayfabe narratives, all of Cena's major injuries have been medically verified and documented. From surgical scars to doctor-confirmed diagnoses, there's no faking a pectoral rupture or a spinal disc fragment. Rumor 2. Cena uses performance-enhancing drugs. Another persistent rumor is that Cena must be using performance-enhancing drugs, PEDs, to aid his recovery speed and maintain his physique. However, Cena has consistently denied any use of PEDs and has advocated for clean living and natural bodybuilding. WWE's strict wellness policy testing and has built his reputation on hard work, clean nutrition, and a no-shortcuts mindset. His rapid recoveries are attributed to meticulous rehab, elite-level medical support, and his unrelenting commitment to recovery protocols. Rumor 3. Lordosis will end his career. Lordosis is a chronic condition, but not a career-ending one. Cena has had it for years and has never let it prevent him from competing at a high level. Through focused training, posture correction, and a flexible workout approach, he has managed the condition effectively. While it increases the risk of back injuries, Cena has never suffered a major career-ending back incident. He remains active in the ring when called upon, And his lordosis continues to be a part of his story, not the end of it. The mental game, Cena's secret weapon. What truly separates Cena from others isn't just his physical strength, it's his mindset. Injury after injury, setback after setback, Cena has chosen discipline over despair. He tackles rehab with the same intensity he brings to the gym or the ring. From ice baths to resistance therapy to hyperbaric chambers, he's utilized every tool available to get back faster and stronger. But even more important is his refusal to let pain define him. He's spoken publicly about mental toughness and the importance of a goal-oriented approach to recovery. For Cena, it's about controlling the controllables. He doesn't wallow in, "Why me?" Instead, he asks, "What's next?" That mentality has carried him through the darkest phases of his career and allowed him to continue inspiring millions. You're beyond wrestling, carrying resilience into Hollywood. As Cena transitions into a Hollywood career, with standout roles in Peacemaker, Fast and Furious 9, and more, his body still bears the scars of a life spent in the squared circle. Yet even in this next chapter, his reputation for professionalism, preparation, and physical excellence has carried over. Actors and directors alike have praised his commitment to stunt work and physical roles, noting that his WWE discipline gives him a unique edge. Cena brings the same never-give-up spirit to every film set, continuing to break barriers as both an action hero and comedic star. To conclusion, Cena's legacy of grit, John Cena's career, has never been just about wins, titles, or catchphrases. It's about resilience in the face of adversity. It's about showing up when your body says no, and your spirit says yes. From the hidden battle of lordosis to the very public surgeries and fast-track recoveries, Cena's journey is a blueprint in courage. In a sport where injury can spell the end, Cena has shown that recovery can be a beginning. He's rewritten the rules of what the human body and mind can endure. As he continues to evolve outside the ring, his story remains an inspiration, proving that champions aren't just born in the gym or under arena lights. They're made in rehab centers, hospital beds, and the quiet moments when quitting feels easier than pushing on.